You gotta stop smoking weed, bro. And now listen, before we scroll up this video, I know a lot of you guys perhaps are struggling with this or are just coming out of this, or perhaps some of you are just doing this willingly as a Christian. I'm here to tell you that you need to stop, dude. And it's not only harming you physically, but it's also killing you spiritually. It's actually harming your relationship with God. And in this brief video, I don't just break that down for you, and hopefully it can convict you to change. And it's not a step-by-step program. It's just there to tell you the facts, and it's there to tell you that, you know, if you don't stop this, that it will eventually catch up to you. So let's get into this video. And if you're getting convicted, bro, please keep watching till the end. And that could be a sign for you to actually stop. So keep watching this video to the end. Why should you stop smoking weed? And I've heard all the excuses. I've heard that it helps me think better, helps me relax, helps me sleep better. But bro, it's actually bad for you physically. Weed actually harms the chemicals in your brain and it increases your rates of hallucinations, and makes you paranoid, and increases your heart rate. Believe that, go research that, that's actually true. Weed increases your heart rate, as well as weed contains an ingredient in it called THC, which messes up your dopamine receptors. This is why often when people have been smoking weed for so often, it's like drinking, right? Once you drank so much, you need more and more and more to get drunk, and that's why people either need stronger weed or they need to smoke more weed in order to get that high. It fries your dopamine receptors, and dopamine is not always something you want to be feeling every day, or at least feeling 2 or 3 times a day, which is the average of what a weed smoker smokes. So you need to stop this. And on top of that, weed, the long-term effects of weed is it can cause lung cancer because it's smoke going into your lungs. Obviously, it can cause chronic bronchitis. It can also cause heart disease and other, you know, incredible cardiac problems in your body. And you do not want that to happen, especially if you're a Christian and you want to start a family and you want to live a long life. You want to make sure that you're living a healthy life, that you don't have these diseases as possible. Obviously, some of these diseases can happen without you smoking weed, but you want to limit those effects. So you want to limit that by stopping smoking weed. So that's just a number of the physical effects that weed has, as well as weed just makes you lazy. Let's be honest. Like, most people who smoke weed are a little bit slower than other people. And yes, there's a rare person who works better with weed, but for most of us, we're using weed because we just want to chill, and that's not good. And also, if you think about it, weed makes you high. It changes it and makes our chemicals in our brain imbalance. As I said, it contains THC, and we all know what it says in 1 Peter 5 verse 8. It says, "Be sober-minded and vigilant, because the devil is a roaring lion, seeking whom he may devour." So we need to be sober. The Bible calls for us to be sober and not to be high or not to be drunk. So we shouldn't allow, as Christians, the devil to have a foothold into our life, or footstool into our life. Same thing. And it even says here in Philippians 2 verse 5, it says, "Let this mind be in you, which was also in Christ." So we should take on the mind of Christ and think about things that Christ would have thought about. And would Christ ever thought about being high? No, I don't think so. So why should we be thinking about constantly wanting to get our next fix, to get our next high? Doesn't make sense, right? And also, if you look at the spiritual aspects of weed, I know from our researchers and also from countless testimonies I've heard that weed is often smoked by a lot of witches so they can, see the spiritual world in that sense, the demonic spiritual world. That's what I'm trying to say, is that weed is used in all these witch rituals, and it's pretty crazy stuff. You know, if you go and just research weed and witchcraft, they're pretty similar. You know, it doesn't take rocket sciences to understand that people smoke weed in order to unlock that spiritual aspect. And I've heard also a lot of people say that it helps you get closer to God. Okay, what God are you getting closer to? What God are you getting closer to when you're smoking weed? Is it the devil or is it Jesus? Because I know for sure it's not my Jesus. And if we're gonna just like dig in more, the devil comes to kill, steal, and destroy. So you don't want to be a part of someone who's coming in to destroy your life and to kill your life. You don't want him to get a foothold into your life. So why smoke it, bro? Why smoke weed when you know that it's gonna kill you physically, when you know that it's gonna kill you spiritually as well? And yes, the Bible doesn't have a verse that says thou shalt not smoke weed, but all these Bible verses that I just referenced should be able to convict you enough. And also, the life of Jesus should be able to convict you enough for you not to want to be smoking this weed. And a lot of people, again, they will come up with the excuses saying that it's a plan and all that. But again, you need to be sober-minded. You don't want to be allowing certain spirits into your head. You don't want to be opening doors for the devil to wreak havoc onto your life. But not just your life, also because your actions affect the people around you. So do not be selfish and say that this weed thing is just for myself, bro. Anything that you are doing or anything that just makes you not sober affects not just you, but affects your family and affects the people around you. And if the people around you see that you're a Christian, you're smoking weed, then you're gonna take your faith seriously. So, bro, you need to stop smoking weed today. You need to go pray about it. You know, talk to people about it, preferably Christians that aren't smoking weed. Also, you know, talk to them about it, but tell them that you're struggling. And you need to also put ways in place for you to stop. Whether that means stopping hanging out with people who smoke weed, whether that means, you know, switching up your routine that helps you not want to smoke weed. I don't know, whatever works for you. There's a lot of videos on YouTube about how to quit weed as well. So you need to do that stuff, bro, because I'm telling you right now, it is killing your relationship with God. So yeah, thanks so much for watching this video, guys. Subscribe to this channel as always, and like this video, and check out this one right here.